welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. Today I'm doing 3 looks, 1 palette. And what's the palette? It is the Gourmande Girls and Doodles the Bunny, the Nightshade palette. And I'm going to have swatches. So if you'd like to see how I got this look and 2 others, then just keep on watching. I am so incredibly excited. Gourmande Girls Cosmetics sent over the new Nightshade palette, and when I tell you, I opened it and I just, the words escape me for how beautiful this baby is, and I'm so excited to do a 3 looks 1 palette video with it. So I've started out by putting on some of the Drawer Cosmetics Clean Canvas in Fair. And I'm going to take the Makeup Shack T66 brush, and I have an idea. I want to do a halo eye so bad. I love halo eyes and I love purple, and I just cannot stop staring at these shades. Okay, Makeup Shack T66 brush. I think I want to start out, see this is, okay, I'm going to swatch Deadly real quick because this one has really got my curiosity like, oh, I will include swatches in this. It'll be towards the end. Okay, this is on my finger, and oh, it's like a nice smoky. Okay, and I don't have anything on my hands, so okay, I'm having ideas. I'm so excited. I'm gonna start out with Woody though, because that's also one of the other shades that stuck out to me. I don't know, so many decisions. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go in with Woody with the Makeup Shack T66 brush. And I'm going to go ahead and start to apply it on the inner third of my eye and into that outer V. And I'm just patting that on. Oh my gosh, it already feels like buttery. Oh, this formula, I already love it. So I'm just tapping that on. And I'm going to pat that up into the crease and slightly above it, because this will be the shade for Depth and Dimension. Oh my goodness, it's such a beautiful, I'm a sucker for dark purples and makeup look. I love purple in general, but oh my goodness, this is like everything. So I'm going to work it towards that inner corner of my eye and take it up, and I'm really just patting it. I'm not worried about if it's neat yet. I'm just going to start out by building up my shape. Get it nice and rounded. And I will give a warning that here in a little bit, when Artemis wakes up from his nap, if he decides he wants to come in here, you may hear him in here like moving around and stuff. But if he comes in here, I will have him on camera because he's so cute. Oh yes. Okay, now I'm gonna just start to really kind of work that into the crease, doing back and forth windshield wipe motions with the lightest amount of pressure. I am in love with the pigment of the shade already. It's so good. Like, I have some earrings in mine, so I'm kind of keeping that in mind for the look. And I'm just going to kind of take that shade and kind of gently blend it on this outer corner here a little bit. And kind of drag it out onto the lid and drag it outwards. And I am going to pop a little bit of that onto the lid. So once I have that shade on and I have my shape built up, I'm going to take the Makeup Shack T101 brush and I'm just going to gently start to diffuse that shade. Back and forth windshield wipe motions. With the Makeup Shack T14 brush, I'm going to go into the shade Nightshade. It's beautiful. I'm going to take that, and right where we diffused the first shade, we're just going to blend it. Kind of popping it right on top where it's softened. And then just back and forth with it very, very gently. And while I'm blending, I want to say congratulations to Gourmande Girls and Doodles the Bunny on this palette. The packaging is next level. It's so incredibly beautiful. When I went outside to get pictures of it, I kept just like moving it in the sunlight to watch the holographic name on the front, Shift, and it is so beautiful. And these shades are gorgeous. The imprints on the inside are just the cutest. I am in love. And so far, this baby blends incredibly beautifully. And I love the shades. I really like. Huge congratulations. I am giving you a virtual hug. And I want to say thank you so much. Like, I just adore you so very much. I think everything that you've come out with, especially like things that I've ordered and like the Warriors Wear Pink palette, like everything is just absolutely beautiful. And you can tell the love, the thought, and the time that you put into your beautiful products. I'm going to go back in with Woody with that same brush and just touch it up. I'm really just going to pat that on very gently. And then I'm just going to kind of work that through the crease. I'm trying to keep it off my lid, but if you get it on your lid, that's okay, because I am going to take some micellar water on a Q-tip and clean that up here in a little bit. So I've cleaned that brush off, and I'm going to go ahead and blend out Nightshade with Belladonna. It's so cute. I'm so excited to see how this looks. It looks very pastel, and I'm just like, because I love pastel so much. It's so pretty, so pretty. Okay, getting it on the brush, and I'm just gonna, oh, that's gorgeous. So I'm gonna do back and forth windshield wiper motions with the lightest amount of pressure. This is such a gorgeous shade. I have no words. I'm like stumbling over my words because they have left me, because this is such a beautiful palette. I'm so excited. And I never do, like, I have before, but not very often. I like rarely ever do my left eye on camera, because I usually just play around and kind of get an idea of what I'm gonna do. So this is interesting and fun. For me anyway. Work that into the crease. Well, not really into the crease, but towards that inner corner. Just get everything nice and softened up. And then I'm going to take a little bit more Nightshade. Bring it back. Okay, so I think what I want to do is take a little bit of Nightshade. Once everything's all blended out, I'm going to take some micellar water on a Q-tip to clean up my crease, and then carve it out with some Gerard Cosmetics Clean Canvas and Fair. Alright, so once that is all carved out, I'm going to go back into Woody, and I'm going to take the Makeup Shack T66 brush. I kind of want to make sure my base is set just right. And I'm going to take Woody, and I'm going to go over my nose, press it on the outer corner of my eye, and drag it over. I want to make it look like it's giving my eye a nice little hug. Very, very gently. And then I'm going to just kind of drag it over a little bit. Go up top. Pat that shade down. And then I'm going to take that same shade, and on the inner corner of my lid, I'm going to pop it down and drag it over a little bit, just like on the other side. But I'm going to take this side here, or on the side right here, I'm going to pretty well connect it up to the crease. I'm going to add just a little bit more. I'm so excited. It blends like literal magic. Wow. Now I'm like, which shade do I want to go into now? Like, I'm at the point where I'm ready to, like, dip into the beautiful shimmers. And I'm catching shifts when I move it. And I'm like, I need the shifts on my lid. Ugh. Poisonous definitely sticks out. And Hellebore. So these ones, I'm just like, oh my goodness. I think I want to do Poisonous with a little bit of Dream Shade in the center. I'm so excited. So for this, I'm going to take the Cleona DF04 brush and Poisonous. Okay, I really want to touch this with my finger. Yes, it's the buttery. Oh my goodness. Okay, hold on. I know I said I'm going to have swatches at the end of the video, but I got to do it to you right now. Look at it. Look at that. Okay. Oh my gosh, that formula. Ooh. That. Oh wow. That's beautiful. Oh. Okay, wait. I gotta do Hellborn. Oh gosh. That is so... Oh. Oh, it's so beautiful. And I'm gonna do that with the Elf and J Kissa J5 brush. And I'm just gonna kind of diffuse this right here. And then I'm gonna pop Poisonous over top of it. So I'm just gonna work that onto the lid a little bit. Make it look like it's giving my eye a nice little hug. Do the same thing on this other side right here. Alright, and I'm going to take Poisonous with the Cleona DF04 brush. Oh my goodness. I'm speechless, y'all. I just like, oh wow. Obsessed is an understatement. Because I'm already just like, I am so excited to do more looks with this. I love. Okay, Dream Shade. Let's do that one. I'm going to take that same brush. I just cleaned it off. The Shine. Yeah, dreamy. This is the dreamiest shade. Oh my goodness. Oh, so beautiful. I'm going to take a little bit more Poisonous and blend it. Blend it. And take a little bit more Dream Shade on my finger and just really pat that on there to get it nice and blended. And then I'm going to take a little bit more of Woody with that Makeup Shack T66 brush, and I'm just going to kind of drag it along the edges of Poisonous to get that nice and blended together. And I'm going to take this Makeup Shack T65 brush and some more of Woody and just run it through the crease to add a little bit of definition. Alright, I want to be a little bit extra and add some gemstones and some gleam glitters because I feel like that would be really cute. If you hear a bell dinging, that's Artemis. He now has a collar over the bell because he's very sneaky. I went to check the mail the other day. The mail was like right outside the door. I brought the mail in and then I heard noise outside and I was like, and Artemis had got out and I was like a whole mess, like so about to cry. I was like, oh my gosh. Brought him in, now he has a collar over the bell, so he can't sneak past me anymore. That was so scary. So I am gonna take some eyelash glue and my little tool like this and dot on some glue and pop on some sparklers. This is the Angel Baby Rhinestone Pack from Manic Gems. It's super cute, and I'm going to be using the smallest ones from this little pack. Say hi! Say hi! Say hi! Mwah. This is Artemis. Him's big purr right now. I'm gonna go do the rest of my face and I'll be right back. Alright, so this is the finished look. What do you think? I really feel like it's giving the vibes of the earrings. I made these a couple weeks ago. I found like the charm bits, like the acrylic or whatever it's called, I'm not quite sure. But I found them on like, I think Shein, and it was like bulk, and I was like, yo, I can make earrings out of that. And I was like, those earrings that I just made would go really well with this. I even busted out my dress, one of my favorite dresses. I haven't worn it in forever. I wore it for my birthday in like, what was it, 2020? When were we moving in?
Yeah, that was 2020.
Yeah, so 2020 was like when we were moving, and that's when my videos changed to this room. And I did my birthday makeup, and I was like, did this dress, and I did a purple look because I was like excited about my birthday. Oh, him's popping him's clouds. I will show you the baby in a minute. I know I'm rambling, but I just feel like I need to show Artemis, since he's being the sweetest, most curious boy, and like I was just a rambly chatterbox anyway. But I will show you how sweet Artemis is. I know that you got to see him like before I went and did the rest of my face, but somehow he's gotten cuter in the last several seconds. Several seconds, I mean like several hours. But he was still just as cute, huh? No. I think the lights are bothering him's eyes, but him's a very good boy. His new favorite thing is to come in here and like hang out with me while I do my makeup, and I'm not mad about that. Showmark was always down to do makeup with me, and like he's gotten very curious about this room and what I'm doing in here, and he's like, yeah, I definitely think the lights are bothering his eyes, so I'm gonna put him down. Mwah. I love you. You're a good boy. Okay, I know that's a lot of rambling, but the middle video will be a voiceover, and then I'll have another look, and then I will have swatches. So wherever this makes it into the video, which look is your favorite so far, and I'll see you in just a second. Hey, let's attempt to create a leafy look. Hopefully I can get them even. I feel like they were kind of even. So I'm taking Black Knight and the Makeup Shack T101 brush and packing it into the crease and flicking it outwards towards the tail of my brow. And I'm going to blend that out with Hellbane with the same brush. I just cleaned it off, so I'm taking the gorgeous green, and we're going to have a smoky green moment. It's so cute. With the Makeup Shack T63 brush, I'm taking Bittersweet, and I'm going to blend out the shades with it. And this yellow, I have to say, I'm quite obsessed with. It's beautiful. So I've cleaned that brush off, and I'm going to go into Hellbane just to bring it back a little bit, because sometimes with blending. It's repetitive, but it's worth it. Because sometimes you'll lose a little bit of that pigment and you'll have to go in and touch it up, which is fine. I feel like, you know, the more blending you do, the cuter it looks. Then I'm going to take that same brush and go into Black Night and just bring it back, because that's going to be our depth shade. That's going to help us to have some depth and dimension to the look. And I'm going to go back into Hellbane to get that nice and blended together. Just tap it on, do a little pat, 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 pat-aroo. And I'm going to take some micellar water on a Q-tip just to clean off my lid and clean out that crease. That way it'll be ready for the Gerard Cosmetics Clean Canvas and Fair to carve out the crease. And with the Gerard Cosmetics Clean Canvas and Fair, I'm going to go ahead and start to carve out my crease and get everything nice and ready for some more blending. Well, first, we got to do a little liner. So I'm taking the DeWalt Beauty Lounge Mantra Liner, and it's a green, like a neon green. And I'm going to just go ahead and trace out my crease with it. And I like to carve out my crease first. Sometimes another way to do this, if you get a little heavy-handed, is go in and use your liner and then carve out your crease. That way if it gets a little too thick where you don't want it, it's easy to clean up. With the e.l.f. and J Kissa J5 brush, I'm taking Black Night and I'm going to do a smoky wing. So I'm taking it from the outer corner of my eye and flicking it outwards and bringing it about a third of the way onto the lid into the lash line. And I'm going to blend that out with the gorgeous green. So what I would suggest do, however you want to do it. What I did though was I just kept going back and forth in between the black and the green until I got it to be as dramatic as I wanted it. Just go in, give a little extra love and a little extra blend. Just go between the shades and get them nice and smoky. I don't even know what are words. I'm going to blend that out with Bittersweet, and I'm going to connect it upwards towards that liner just a little bit. And this is going to help to make it nice and smoky and soft and a little more airbrushed. Just go in and touch those shades up. Alright, so let's do some shimmers. This is such a beautiful shade. It is Hellbore, and I'm taking it and I'm kind of rubbing it and patting it onto the lid. And I'm going to take it about halfway. And I'm also going to kind of run it up against those mattes. I'll pat over it with some mattes later to get it blended. Now look at this. So beautiful. Okay, I'll try to remember if that's what I said, but yes. So this is Flowering, and it is absolutely divine. It's like kind of yellow, but shifts green. It's so beautiful. Okay, hold my breath and hoping for the best, because after I sharpen up this shadow wing, I'm going to try my very best to doodle some leaves. But first, I'm going to take that liner and just kind of follow that sharpened wing with it, and I'm going to take it and I'm going to connect it up towards the, like right above the yellow mat. That way everything's just kind of in it, and then just kind of have it extended, and it's like it's a graphic liner moment. But I'm going to go in and I'm going to extend the inner bit of the liner towards the bridge of my nose. I'm going to bring it upwards and then kind of angle it a little bit. I try to think of it as like doing exaggerated triangles, or I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, like they kind of look a little bit like peppers at first, and definitely one on my left eye did, because I was just like, oh, I kept messing up. So I was just like, you know what, I'm not really the greatest at doodling plant things, vines, leaves, things like that, so I was just having fun with it. So what I'm doing is I'm just gonna take the brush and I'm gonna flick it upwards, do kind of like a triangle or like a pizza slice, and try to give it a little swoop and make it leaf-like. And then I'm going to go in with a pastel green, which is the DeWalt Beauty Lounge Mantra Liner, but it's pastel. I'm jumping ahead of myself, and I'm just going to let you know now because my camera cut off here after this. So I'm taking them, filling them in with the neon green, and then I'm going to just kind of add embellishments or details with the pastel, because I feel like it just kind of made everything pop and look a little more leaf-like, or leaf-like, oh, leaf-like, Julie, get it together. So
So before I became a rambling mess, what I was trying to say is that I was taking them and I was extending them, kind of making them pointy like a triangle, but also kind of rounding them out a little bit. I feel like doing it the tip first where it's pointy and then rounding it off made it a little bit easier, but then I also found it very hard to replicate, so I definitely need to practice doing leaves. But I thought they were fun.
Alright, so this is the finished look. What do you think? I'm sorry my camera died. Well, the camera didn't quite die. My memory card was full. So I was like, oh, surprise Pikachu face, and had to like hope for the best that I had another one on hand. So I didn't have to go get another one and redo this look tomorrow, because tomorrow I'm not going to have time because me and my mom are doing something. So anyway, this is going to be look number 2. Let me know what you think of the look so far, which is your favorite so far, and I'll see you in just a minute. Alright, I'm really excited. I wanted to try to play with the most color, and I feel like this is pretty colorful. So I'm going to start out with the shade Woody and the Makeup Shack T101 brush, and I'm just going to pop it into the crease, kind of towards the bridge of my nose. I'm going to take it, really just kind of like patting it and giving it a little wiggle, a little back and forth windshield wiper moment. Just a little baby blends. So I'm going to take it, and I'm going to take it about halfway, maybe a tiny bit more than a halfway. I'm just really focusing on building this shape up. I have to say that the purples in this palette are some of the most dreamiest purples. But I am absolutely obsessed with purple, so was super excited to see all the purples in this palette. I was like, oh my goodness! I'm surprised that didn't get Artemis stirred up. He's over here in the corner just sleeping. So when I'm not filming and I'm like working on this eye, or I'm doing my base, I have like a little tripod and I pop it up here, and then like if I had it up here right now it would be all in the way, but I use it and I set my mirror on it so I can just kind of look in the mirror. And I went to go set the mirror up and I missed it and it fell, and he got so scared. I was like, I'm so sorry, baby. I was like, I'm mad about that, but don't be scared, it's okay. And I was like, Julie, you can't be mad at anybody but yourself. You wasn't paying attention. And it wasn't that I was like mad, I was just like, minor inconvenience. Okay, with that same brush, I'm going to take a little bit of Black Knight, and I'm going to blend it with Woody, and I'm going to drag it out and flick it up towards the tail of my brow. And I'm really going to just focus on patting that shade down. I was looking all over for my Manic Gems Sugar Plum pack. I've misplaced that, and it had the cutest flowers in it. So I was like, oh wait, I have some more packs that have cute flowers. So I was like, yes, we're gonna have flowers today. And obviously, lots of gems. I love gems. So I'm gonna take this Makeup Shack T14 brush and the shade Nightshade to blend out Woody. Back and forth. I will go back in and touch things up. And after I carve this crease out, yeah, it's looking like after I carve the crease out, I'm going to have to take a pause because I have a doctor's appointment today. I wasn't planning on having a doctor's appointment today, so I was like, oh, okay. Back and forth. I'm going to take a little bit more Woody and bring it back. Then I'm going to take Henbane, and I'm going to blend out Black Knight with it. Back and forth. This is such a gorgeous green, and I love how it pairs with Bittersweet, the yellow, which I love this yellow. And I'm kind of weird about yellow shades, honestly. I feel like a lot of them are hard to work with, but this one's really nice. Take a little bit more Black Knight, back and forth with it. I'm kind of touching it up as I go along. Make sure that brush is nice and clean. Give it a little hand test. And then I'm going to take a little bit more of henbane to really soften that up. Get it nice and gradient. And now today is, why am I thinking it's Friday? Today is Thursday. Today's the day the palette launches. And I'm really excited to do more looks with this palette. It's so beautiful. Would y'all want another look with it next week or in the upcoming weeks? Like what you thinking? Sorry, I'm kind of distracted. My mind is all over the place right now. Okay, I'm gonna take Belladonna, which is the very light purple, the very pastel shade that I love so much. And I'm gonna blend out the purple side with it, and I will go back in and touch everything up. Just wanna make sure everything's nice and soft and looking as airbrushed as we can get it. Yeah, I decided that I would just go ahead and go take care of my grown-up business while I was just looking a hot mess, because I was like, tomorrow's Friday. This goes up on Sunday. I have to get this ready because I have to edit tonight. I just went back into Nightshade and I'm touching it up a little bit. Just going back in and going between Belladonna and Nightshade just to get a nice and beautiful blend. Looky there. I'm making sure that brush is cleaned off. I don't know if I said the brush name, but it's the Makeup Shack T63 brush. Now I'm going to take Bittersweet and blend out henbane with it. Cleaning that brush off, and I'm going to take a little bit more of the green. And with this Makeup Shack T14 brush, I'm going to take a little bit of Woody and just bring it back. Back and forth windshield wiper motions. I am going to carve my crease kind of high, so I'm trying to take everything up a little bit higher than I normally do. A little bit more Black Knight. Just focus it right underneath. Pronounce that flick towards the end a little more. And it's going to look a hot mess, see? I got it looking all kinds of messed up. It's okay. I'm going to take a little bit more of henbane and get that nice and diffused. Look at how easily it blends. I love. Also, I'm using flowering for my brow highlighter, my brow bone area, and isn't she so cute? Okay, I'm going to take some micellar water on a Q-tip. I'm going to take this micellar water on a Q-tip, take it up a little bit higher than I normally do, and clean off this lid and get ready to have it carved out with the Gerard Cosmetics Clean Canvas and Fairy. And I'm back. I'm going to go ahead and carve out my crease, but yeah, because I know I said that I wasn't sure if I was going to, but I'm going to do it. Alright, so I'm going to take, I don't even remember which brush that I took for this. Whoops. You'll have that. Okay, so I'm pretty sure it was a Makeup Shack T65 brush. I'm going to go right into the shade Woody with it. And what I'm going to do is do a little whoop, make a little wing, little baby wing. I really kind of don't know if I cut that up high enough, but we're just going to rock it, okay? That's an issue for future me, which is probably going to be like, whoo. Okay, so I'm going to take it, do a little wing, connect it, and I'm going to fill it in. It doesn't have to be clean, precise, much anything like that right yet. But now here's where the nitty gritty, I feel like, is trying to bring that in. I think for this bit, I'm going to switch over to the Makeup Shack T2 brush. Is that what yeah, T2. And I'm going to just start to kind of drag that. pop it over. It's gonna be the base a little bit for some gorgeous sparkles. I'm in a very weird mood because normally I don't leave the house looking how I looked, but sometimes I will. It's been known to happen, but I was listening to music, which I feel like I've mentioned before that it's been a while since I've listened to music, and the other week before my cousin came in, I had made a playlist called Life Seems Weird because I was feeling a lot of things. So I was like, okay, well, I'm kind of dipping my toes back into music. So I kind of made like some nostalgic songs, some of my favorite ones, some that I just like didn't listen to because they made me miss Shemwork. So it's like a mix of like happy-go-lucky and then, oh my gosh, my heart. So some days skip those ones. Anyway, I was listening to some of them and Alanis Morissette came on. It was You Learn. That one was one of my favorites to sing to Shemwork while I would be cooking. I would be cooking, and so my stove is like right here, and then there's like a little walkway. It's all like open floor, but it's like a little walkway because the refrigerator's right there. But then the couch is like on the edge of the living room, and he would sit up on the couch and look at me because he could see me real good from there, and I would sing it to him, and he'd just sit there and he'd look all happy, and then my singing is terrible, so he'd pin his ears back like. And it just made me think of that. And it's like, I haven't really listened since I lost him. So it's like, makes me want to sing it to Artemis. Because I feel like Shemwork would want me to sing terribly to Artemis. Alright, now I've got to do a little blenderoo. I am in such a chaotic mood. I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm going to just blend this out gently. Sorry, my dad called. I forgot what I was doing, but I was blending out Woody, and now I'm gonna take Nightshade with the Makeup Shack T14 brush, and what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna kind of like pop it right where Woody is diffused. Okay, I know that I've been talking about the purples in this palette, but I really have come to the conclusion that like Woody and Nightshade together are like iconic. They're some of the most beautiful purples. And you're probably like, Julie, what do you mean they're the most beautiful purples? Like, you play with a lot of purples. But, like, no, they're just, like, really, really good. The formula is amazing. They blend so easily. And just look at that. It's just a few little, like, I'm just kind of tapping Nightshade on there. And look at how seamlessly and easily that blends. It's very, very gorgeous. And I'm going to flick that out some, just a little bit. I'm gonna kind of get that up in the crease for absolutely no reason because I'm gonna go through and like kind of clean this bit like right here up because it's a mess. So I'm just gonna kind of play around with Nightshade a little bit, just do a little pat 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 pat. Oh, y'all. So I have a question because I know right now I'm really chatty and I'm about to have some changes going on in my schedule, and I'm so much a person that's like, I don't handle change very well. And this is kind of like a big change, but not like a bad thing. It's just kind of a daily like change up kind of thing. Anyway, so there's gonna be times where at night is where I'll be filming the most, and I am like weird with like nights, but anyway. Would you be interested in like a chit chat, kind of me doing some kind of fun look, and maybe if I can remind myself, like do my base and stuff, and just kind of like sit and talk to y'all? But see, the thing is with that is I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so incredibly annoying and so boring, like annoying, boring, like all the ings. But I feel like that would be fun. If you're interested in that, I would love to do it, but if not, I totally understand because I get on my own nerves. So with that same brush, I'm going to take Bittersweet, and I'm just going to start to blend that out. I know I'm taking this gorgeous yellow to blend out these purples, but wait for it. It's so pretty. Okay, getting that nice little blend. I will go back into Nightshade and touch it up. Just want to make sure I got this nice and blown out and winged out. This is definitely reminding me of like what the, oh, this is Nightshade. I'm going back into it. But this is definitely kind of giving me Ellie Star vibes, because she just did a really beautiful look with this palette. And I think she may have used Bittersweet to blend out Nightshade, because it's kind of what it's given, and I'm here for it. So definitely going to be giving her some credit for some inspiration, because it looks like that's what she did, and that's kind of how I'm doing it right now. So shout out to Ellie Star, who is incredibly talented, like so talented it's unreal. She comes up with some of the most beautiful. Alright, my camera, the battery had just like kaplooped. So I'm going to take the dough color number 14 brush and a little bit of Poisonous. And with Poisonous, I'm going to kind of pop that on to Woody. Kind of work that up. Just kind of get that nice and packed down here. Work it to the crease. I'm gonna take some of Night Fury and add it right at the edge of that purple. Poisonous. Get a little dramatic with it. Get a little more of Poisonous and just kind of blend. And then I'm going to take a little bit of Hypnotic, which is absolutely beautiful. I'm so excited to do swatches. I'm just going to put that in the center. And blend it over. Tapping it along the edges. And then I'm going to take Enchanter, which I love. It's so pretty. And I'm going to pop it through the crease. And get it nice and blended with Hypnotic. I think this might be the look, depending on when I look at the pictures that I have of the three. This one might be the one that I post tomorrow, which will be Friday. Sometimes when I do 3 look 1 palette videos, I like to show at least one look a little early. I'm going to take this Makeup Shack T66 brush and a little bit of Woody, and I'm just going to come over to the side here and just kind of drag that onto the edges of that shimmer, and then just kind of pat it to make it be nice and blended together. Okay, so I'm going to add some gems and some flowers. These flowers are from the Led Zeppelin Tangerine pack from Manic Gems. And then I used some of the Spaced Out collection that we came out with, the Spaced Out Rhinestones, and then some of the Angel Baby rhinestones and some of the Mania rhinestones. So all of my gems are from Manic Gems for this look. These are from the Pixie Dust pack. So, okay, I'm just gonna put some glue down and get this going, and yeah. Alright, I'm going to do the rest of my face and I'll be right back. Alright, so this is a finished look. What do you think? I decided I was going to add a few more gems and a couple of flowers underneath. I used the Blend Bunny Cosmetics Juicy Cheeks palette to kind of more so ombre the blush, so that it would be like orange and kind of yellow, and then like kind of blend it into the yellow from the palette. And then I used the Shooting Star Opal Loose Multi-Chrome from Carla Cosmetics for my highlighter, and look. Do we see the glow? I used it all over. I used it on the bridge of my nose, the tip of my nose, my chin, my cheeks, above. But for my brow bone highlighter, I used the Flowering Shimmer from the Nightshade palette. I hear Artemis's bell. We're gonna have a show of the baby right after these swatches. Sweet, majestic Artie baby had to come say hello. He was looking at the lights. I know that one over there is just so bright, isn't it? He was hung out in here with me for most of the day until I had to go for a little bit. Then I picked him up and I carried him to my bed. And him went and him was like there. I'm going to put him down. He wanted to get down. My shirt is not comfortable. My shirt is like pokey. So I imagine that wasn't comfortable while I was holding him. But, whenever I left earlier, I went and I sat him, I just like sat him on my bed, and he just like, all right, cool, and laid down. And when I came back in, he was still on the bed. I was like, oh, this sweet baby. Anyway, I could ramble about Artemis all day. Which of the 3 looks was your favorite? Did you like all of them, one of them, none of them? Let me know. What other looks would you like to see with this beauty? I'm so excited to do more looks, and I would love to do tutorials. So if there are any color combinations from here that you would like to see, or any shades that you would like to see me use together, or if you'd just like to see me use certain sparkles. If you'd like to see me do something with sparkles and gems, then I can do that. If you'd like to see me do something with like whatever shades, like whichever swatches you were interested in when I put them on my arm, let me know. And I'm so ready to do a look with it soon because I absolutely love this palette. It is available now, and you can use code Slightly Unblended, which is all one word. That's my code, and I will earn a commission off of it. I do highly recommend this palette. It's beautiful, and I love Gourmande Girls. Christina is the sweetest person. I love her. She's beautiful inside and out. And her and Doodles the bunny did such an amazing job with this palette. I can't stop moving it because it's like shifty, but I don't know if the shift is picking it up because it looks like it's purple where it says Nightshade or magenta, but it's like purplish and blue, and it just is so pretty. If I can remember, I will put a picture of it shifting in the sunshine, like right here. Okay, I'm sorry that I've rambled so much throughout this last look, but I want to thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to keep up with my awkward face and shenanigans while I'm not here on YouTube, then I have all my social medias linked in the description box down below. And if you'd like to keep up with me while I'm here on YouTube, please hit the subscribe button. It means so much to me, and I can't thank you enough. I want to thank you so much for watching, and I hope that I'll see you in the next one. Bye!